Okay, so this week's book of the week is called Seneca on the shortness of life. Life is long if you know how to use it. So Seneca was one of the three main Stoic philosophers, along with Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, and Epictetus the slave. So Seneca was advisor to the Roman emperor Nero. He was a playwright, he was an investment banker, and a writer. And he left us with a bunch of teachings on how to live, on many different topics. And in this book, he talks about the shortness of life. And right at the beginning, he talks about how short life is. And that life ceases for the most of us just when we are getting ready for it. And I just want to recite one of the paragraphs from this book because I think it's so important. It says, "You live as if destined to live forever. Your own frailty never occurs to you. You don't notice how much time has already passed, but squander it as though drawing from a full and overflowing supply. And you act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements, if it were all well invested. But when it is wasted in heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing. So it is, we are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." So powerful. Because for the most of us, we don't think about it. Is death really on our minds all the time? Do we think we live as if we're going to live forever? Marcus Aurelius talks about this in his book Meditations. He says, "Do not live as though 10,000 years were ahead of you. Fate is at your elbow. Make yourself good while life and power are still yours." But we live as if the years will just keep coming. And so Seneca gives us some advice on this. He says, "So you must match time's swiftness with your speed in using it. And you must drink quickly, as if from a rapid stream that will not always flow. Gulp life, because it comes and goes so quickly." Look at how we are. People are so frugal in guarding their personal property. We'll go up in arms about it. And yet, when it comes to time, we're wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Because it's all we have. It's all we have. You don't get yesterday back. And you don't know if you have tomorrow. So we must match time's swiftness with our speed in using it. The Stoics have this saying. It's called memento mori, meditate death, and it's a universal across all the Stoic teachings and all the Stoic philosophers. They're always talking about death and keeping it on your mind. It sounds like something, we want to avoid the pain and we don't want to think about it because it's an uncomfortable thought, right? And yet, actually, isn't it one of the most important things to have on our minds? Doesn't it make us want to live more, to know that we don't live forever? Because that's the truth. We know what happens. Life will come and go so quickly, right? And so, as Seneca says, we must match time's swiftness with our speed in using it. Let's do that. Let's gulp life. Let's use life for anything we want, but let's not waste it. Let's not waste it.